Hello everyone, welcome back to another planning video. It's Marsha with Buy Sell Plan. We're going to recap January and set my action plan for February. So if you are in our inserts, by all means, get them open. Let's recap together. Grab your favorite beverage. Right now I am making it a focus to drink green tea every day because of the health benefits. So I have a fresh green tea. And I have my brain dump notebook where I did my recap for my my goals that I had for January and where I am so far this year, and then my goals for February. And then of course I have my February inserts I'm going to be trimming to get in my binder because tomorrow is February the 1st. How has January been for you guys? Please let me know in the comments. Did you hit your goals? Were there some that you didn't hit? Did you not hit any of them? Did you reach all of them? I would love to know. Tell me all the things. I feel pretty good about this month. I feel, and I don't think I felt this way last January, but I really feel like I set realistic goals for myself. And even though I didn't reach every single one, I am making great progress so far. Okay, so let's go through our planning task card. So we're doing our monthly planning. So the first step here is to recap last month. Then we're going to recap the current quarter, recap where we are year to date. That's easy because there's only 1 month. Set next month's goals, schedule my monthly, complete my master task list, transfer tasks, and update my KPIs. As far as setting next month's goals, I don't know. I've been thinking, like, do I add in set next month's goals via action plan? No, I'm not going to do that because that doesn't make sense. Because when I set next month's goals, I'm setting them in my here we go, my goal planning, like my quarterly goal planning, right? So my goals are going to go here, and then I am going to make my action plan. So that encompasses both. I was thinking, like, do I add my action plan on here? Because that's something that's new that I didn't do in my planner. I did a version digitally, but for 2025, I knew I wanted something to have with me all the time. And so the beginning of each month just made sense to me, because otherwise what do you have on your cover page for your monthly, right? I feel like this is a good spot to set goals and focuses for the month, and then planning the month, and then the master task list here's for all the tasks, so that when I am doing my daily and weekly planning, I'm always referring to this. So that's what that means. Setting next month's goals, it encompasses all of that. Okay, so yeah, next, our first up here is recapping last month. So let's go to my action plan. The things that are highlighted are the things that I have accomplished. Let's open this up as well. And let's see if I can fit everything on camera here. I have my 2 friction pens. I've got a blue one and a black one, and I love the Pilot Friction because they're erasable. I'm finding in my day-to-day planning, I'm using my fountain pen, but on my monthlies and here, I don't know, I'm gravitating towards these because I can erase. So I have those out to use. All right, so I'm going to flip-flop between my quarterly goal planning here. So my goal for, let me make sure I'm in frame. Okay, good. Lots of room here. My main 3 goals for January were momentum in my real estate business, focusing on YouTube for Buy Sell Plan, and then my wellness routines. So for my real estate business, my focus was lead gen focus. I wanted to book 2 open houses, book and host 2 open houses in January, do calls 3 times a week, and then do a CMA challenge. So how I broke that down here was, for the lead gen focus was momentum, because that's what it's all about, is building momentum again. Last year, if you watched my 2024 recap and goal planning video for 2025. I will link that. I talked about what a rough year last year was for me for 2024 with health changes, life changes, and all of that. So I'm very excited for 2025. And I also turned 50 on the 15th of January, so 2 weeks into the new year, and feeling a lot better and a lot more positive and motivated. My main goal here was momentum to just get, build the things again and have that momentum to carry me throughout the year. So the 2 open houses, calls 3 times a week, and CMA challenge. How I broke that down here, the first 2 weeks wasn't really a strong focus with those things because I took my time setting my goals. And again, I do talk about that in that video, so I'm not really going to get into that now. And then the second week was preparing for our corporate taxes, and that pretty much took an entire week between Ryan and myself. Ryan's my husband and business partner, to get everything ready for our accountant. So my main goals were within the last 2 weeks of January. So I wanted us to do a budget meeting, book an open house. I've also been focusing on my macronutrients. That's one of my wellness goals. I wanted to do 5 CMAs, design 2 inserts, get back to reading, film my first plan with me of the year, and then do calls 3 times. Now, we didn't get our budget meeting in because of how busy we were with prepping for taxes. And the first week, again, I was just focusing on taking my time with goal planning and all of that. So we didn't get our budget meeting in. I didn't book an open house. I was looking. I didn't have any listings myself, so I was looking to see what my brokerage had. And the open houses that were available were from what I call stale listings. Like they've been on the market for a while, more than 2 or 3 weeks. And those ones they don't perform as well as a brand new listing. So I didn't bother. Okay. And then I wanted to do 5 CMAs. I did in week 3. I didn't do 5 CMAs. I didn't do 5 CMAs. I don't think I wrote that down for how many I did, but let's take a quick look, shall we? I don't think, I did 3 CMAs. I did 3 CMAs on that week, and then I made up for it in the 4th week. But in that particular week there, I did not do my 5 CMAs. I did 4. And then calls 3 times. I did do calls 3 times in that second week. And as far as my goal for YouTube, I wanted to make sure that I uploaded 8 videos. I didn't really set a goal here because I feel like I've got a good rhythm going now where I'm consistently filming videos to post. So my goal is to always have a video Wednesday and Sunday. Typically, I think that's going to be planning related, like doing a daily plan with me on Wednesday, and then on the Sunday is recapping the week and in planning for the next week, and then having 1 or 2 videos outside of those days. I don't know yet if it'll be a specific day. I know people like that because they know what to expect, and they know if I go into that person's onto that person's channel, I know I'm going to get a fresh video. So Wednesday, Sunday for sure. And then I'm not 100% sure what the other day will be. It could be a Friday, it could be a Tuesday, not really sure. So stay with me. Hopefully as the year goes on, I'll get more consistent with that. But I did do my 8 videos, and I'm going to grab my highlighter. I uploaded 11 videos in January. Actually 12 because I just uploaded one today. Where am I here? So I did do my 8 videos. I did do my CMA challenge. Okay. I did 12 videos. Go me. All right. Yeah, so I did do my 8 videos. I wanted to focus on goal planning, which I did. That was a big goal for January, is to be very intentional and not just set goals because I had, it's the new year and you got to get your goals done. I took the first couple of weeks to do some deep reflection and to set very realistic, real intentional goals. So I did that. And then I wanted to plan my first series videos for YouTube. If you guys can give me some ideas on what you would like to see, I'm thinking of doing maybe like a 3-part series, like week 1, 2, and 3, where I am talking about the same thing and how to kind of build on it. I'm not really sure. I love watching series videos myself on topics that I'm interested in. So I want to create something that's planner related or business related. But I'm open to suggestions. So please let me know in the comments if there's anything that you would like to see. But I did not do that. I did not plan my first series video. I planned that in the last week to get that done, but that didn't happen. And then for feeling good, for my wellness, oops, I forgot to reflect back here. So yeah, so for Buy, Sell, Plan YouTube, I wanted to provide videos that were adding valuable videos. So goal planning focus, I did do goal planning, lots of goal planning videos in January. With it being a new year, just perfect timing for that, but I definitely want to do more of those. And then upload 8 videos, did that, and then plan my first series. So, okay, so that's what I had in here for YouTube. And then for my wellness routines, my main focus is I want to feel good. I want to have energy. I want to have mental focus, mental energy, physical energy, and I want to feel strong. Those are my main wellness goals. And so I have in here sleep by 11, focusing on low sugar, high protein diet, and then daily movement. All right, so I have all of that in there. And so I don't know if I wrote much in here. I didn't, did I? No. But I did do pretty well with my wellness. Let's see. So yeah, I did 9 CMAs. So I did do 5 CMAs this last week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 5 CMAs this last week. So I made up for my deficit from the previous week. So I did 9 CMAs total this month. I guess my goal was 10. Why did I check that off? I must have done 10. I think I did one, but that I didn't write down, is what I'm thinking. Anyways. And then as far as calls, my goal was 6 times, right? 3 times this week, 3 times that week. I actually did calls 8 times. So I'm going to highlight that and highlight up here. So I did do my calls 3 times a week because I did calls throughout the month, not the first week. So I did calls twice the second week. And then I did calls only once the third week. And then I did 3 times the last 2 weeks. So I did really good with that. So very happy with that. And then focusing on eating low sugar. Apart from my birthday, I have been eating low sugar. We got the most delicious gluten-free triple chocolate cupcakes, which I get every year for my birthday from this bakery downtown Cambridge. If you do live in my area of Ontario, highly recommend. It's called Tiny Cakes. Oh my gosh, I swear they're the absolute best I've ever tasted. So apart from that, I've been eating very low sugar. So I'm really, really pleased with that. And it is helping with my energy as well. And then as far as eating high protein, when I'm making my meals and thinking of what to eat, I'm leading with protein. So I have protein in everything that I eat, snacks and meals. and then I build around that. So protein first, everything else after. And as far as carbohydrates, I want the majority of my carbohydrates to be coming from vegetables, mainly some fruit. And the only starch that I eat is I will have chickpea pasta. That's all that's in it is just ground chickpeas, and it's also high in protein. And rice, quinoa, and we will have potatoes. That's it. Potatoes maybe twice a month, but everything else, that's what we circulate. And my goal is to only have starch once a day. Because with perimenopause, I've gained weight and have developed insulin resistance, as per what my doctor said. So that's why I'm focusing on eating a lot less sugar to help that. Because I want to do it the natural way, if at all possible. And then daily movement, I've been doing pretty good with that. Let's see, where do I have my movement? So the goal was, when I say daily movement, basically 5 times a day. So that would be about 20 times in the month based on, 5 times a day. Oh my gosh, 5 times a week, based on 5 times a week. So I did my movement 24 times this month. I track my workouts in my Apple Fitness. I do most of my workouts through Apple Fitness. Every now and then I'll just do my own thing. But if it's a walk on the treadmill, I'm doing a treadmill workout on there. Rowing, I've done the rower 12 times this month. Actually, I did the rower today, so that's 13 times. Because today's January 31st. I love the rower. I joke that I have a love affair right now with the rowing machine. There's just something that I'm just absolutely loving about it. So I rowing machine 13 times, and then 8 strength training workouts with actual weights, and then 2 dance workouts and 6 treadmill workouts for cardio, although rowing is cardio as well. So yeah, I'm feeling really good. I am feeling stronger already. Like, it's motivating me because I'm seeing results, and it just feels so good to start to feel like myself again. Yeah, so I'm feeling really good with that. Protein in every meal, yes. I did eat low sugar except for my birthday, but my sleeping habits, I didn't get to sleep by 11. I've been getting to sleep between 12 and 12:30 most nights. I started reading the last 2 weeks of the month, so I've read 7 times, because I read again last night. I'm into a groove now where I'm reading 1 to 2 oh my gosh, let me try that again. 1 to 2 chapters a night. And I look forward to laying in bed and reading my book, because my book is taking off. I'm really loving it. Yeah. So that's how I did with that. So I think I went over all of that. So let's highlight. I did my daily movement. I did high protein, low sugar, but did not get to bed by 11. My goal was to get to sleep by 11. That was probably too ambitious. So my goal right now is to get in bed, like I'm in bed at 11 reading my book. And it takes me about 30 to 40 minutes to read 2 chapters. So there's no reason why I can't be getting to bed before midnight throughout the month of February. That's the goal. Okay. I'm loving my action plan. All right, so that is recapping last month. Let's recap my numbers. I haven't done that yet. So we go to my KPIs. So I'm just gonna quickly write my numbers in. I wrote them in here all rough. I've been liking doing this lately, because then when I write in here, it's neat. I don't like throughout the year seeing messes and mistakes. So I'm just gonna quickly write my numbers in. All right, so contacts, I did 131 contacts. The goal was 230, so I missed my contact goal by 99. And then my leads, 7 leads out of 38, so I missed that goal by 31. And then appointments booked, 2 out of 4, so -2. Appointments held, 2 out of 3, -1. 2 contracts signed, and the goal was 2, so I hit that goal. And then firm deals, 0 firm deals. The goal was 2, so I'm -2. So when I look at this, so the ultimate goal is to get contracts signed and to sell houses, or if you're in a different industry, it's to get those transactions, right? To make those sales. So if you're making the sales, but you're behind in these numbers, there's always a story. So it's important to look at the overall picture, because if you're just killing it and you're signing contracts and you have your firm deals, but you're always behind in contacts and leads, well, that's typically telling you that your conversions are pretty good, right? So if your conversions are good, then you don't need to, I don't want to say work as hard, or as the previous year, or do as many. Yeah, like you don't have to go on as many appointments. You don't have to book as many appointments or talk to as many people, because your conversions are stronger. And keeping in mind that when you set your goals, they're based on the previous year's conversions. So if your industry had a tough year, but your industry is having a better year the next year, your conversions are going to reflect that. So don't get down on yourself if you see some negatives. And you got to give it time. And that's what I'm doing. I really have only been full force back into real estate the last 2 weeks of January, and we already are seeing momentum. And yeah, so I'm really, really pleased and looking forward to the spring market. All right, and then year to date will be the same because there's only 1 month of the year so far. All right, so that is how I did with my numbers for January. Recap current quarter, recap year to date. And so as far as the current quarter, my goals this quarter are basically for my habits and routines to become second nature and start the first quarter strong to build momentum for the rest of the year. And I feel like we're doing that. And I'm also leaning into my energy. I'm not pushing and forcing like I used to, like, pushing through if I feel tired and or stressed or things like that. So for example, the other day, 2 days ago, I woke up and just didn't feel myself. I felt really low. I had an emotional day. It's part of my perimenopause journey. I was crying and I'm like, today's not the day. And my husband knew it too. And he's like, let's leave the house. And we drove to the lake, went to our cottage, and just, to breathe in that fresh air and just get out into, it was actually sunny that day, which was nice, but to get out into the sunshine, and it was just so good. And then the next day I was on fire. I think that was 3 days ago, not 2 days ago. But anyways, yeah. So then the last 2 days I've been on fire because I didn't push. Like the old me would just push and be like, no, you got to produce, you got to keep going. And so I've learned, and I'm still learning, that sometimes you need to slow down in order to speed up. And nothing good comes from pushing and forcing yourself to produce when you're mentally and physically not there. So yeah, that's been helping, and not beating myself up. Like I had it scheduled, I had it time blocked to do calls today. I've just got to fit it in. If my body and my brain are telling me that it's not happening that day, then it's not happening that day. And then you just erase and replace. So then you do it another day. Yeah. So far so good. So, and that's what that is. It's like my habits and routines being second nature, but also being second nature as far as listening to myself and my body and not being in my mind so much and doing what my brain is telling me I should be doing. It's tuning into my body. And what's your body telling you to do? And my body that day was like, you just need to do nothing. And it was great. And then when we got home, I just focused on obviously making dinner, but then doing things that nourished me, and like I had an Epsom salts bath. I read my book. I did some crafting, and it was great. I needed that decompressing time. All right. So that is my Q1 focus. And then my goals. And then my focus is to read 3 times a week, doing a monthly market video. So we should be getting our stats for January early next week from our board. So I'll be filming a market video next week. I want to focus more on storytelling in my real estate content instead of just doing reels where I'm dancing or, doing some sort of, audio or whatever. Like I want to do some storytelling. I need to find that balance of doing some storytelling and protecting clients, like information, and not information, but like, situations that we deal with. Like for example, problem solving. There's, online we make it look easy, that every transaction is just easy peasy, and it's not. We deal with some real life situations and really tough situations where we have to problem solve and help our clients through something. So it's like finding that balance of sharing that so that other people can relate and feel like, okay, I'm not the only one dealing with this. I can still, push forward with my real estate goals, just needing the right real estate agent to help them through it and things like that. So finding that balance of sharing without sharing too much information. You know what I mean? Anyways, there's agents out there that I follow that share things. I'm like, ooh, I hope their client doesn't follow them, because I know I wouldn't want that shared about my situation, even though we don't use names and addresses and things like that. It's just, yeah, anyway, so that's what I struggle with, but that's something that I want to focus on. Still need to get my rate card done. The first 2 weeks I did do some HTX, some like human design things, but not the last 2 weeks because I've been so busy with work. But my goal is weekly to focus on that. I didn't do any habit trackers in January, but I will be for February. Develop content calendar. Ryan and I talked about what we want that to look like. We just need to get that done. I want to do an exercise tracker and then film our first series of videos. So that's my Q1 focus. So over the next 2 months, you'll see me incorporating these into my goals. All right, set next month's goals. Let's do it. So my goal is to stay in the same pen all year. Actually, I don't need to close my rings yet. Stay in the same pen all year so that I have consistency throughout the year. Oh, you know what I just realized I didn't check off what I did here. I did my calls 3 times a week. There we go. Gotta make sure I check those off. Okay, so I'm gonna set my February goals, and here's what they are. I'm referencing here. So my top 3 goals for the year for real estate is following my schedule, having a lead gen focus, and then focusing on our touch programs. And then for buy sell plan, this is a very ambitious goal. I want to double my YouTube subscribers. That's 500 subscribers a month. Hey, go big or go home, right? I grew by, I think, 80 in January. So, hey, that's more growth than I've had in a month at all since I've started my channel. So that's a win. I do want to start my consulting side of things, like planner consultation, business consultations this year, and then my content calendar. And then for my wellness goals, focusing on my routines, the low sugar, high protein, and then the daily movement. Okay. So for my real estate focus for February, it's lead gen again, doing 2 open houses this month, my calls 3 times a week, and I want to do 12 CMAs for a combination of past clients, but also leads that I'm working on that I haven't been to their house yet, but they're, within the next year or so, they're thinking of making a move. So I just want to start keeping them updated on what's going on in their neighborhood. And I didn't used to do that. I used to just really push for like getting in the door, sitting down with them, meeting them in person, especially if it was a cold call, right? Someone I hadn't met yet. And then seeing their house before I do the CMA. But now I've shifted my thinking with that. And since the pandemic, things have changed a lot in the real estate market. So yeah, so just doing It's not a very detailed CMA, obviously, because I haven't seen their house, but just letting them know like the average 2-story, 3-bed home in their area is selling for this, like that type of an idea. Okay, I sell plan focus. So again, focusing on YouTube, uploading a minimum of 8 videos. Housekeeping, Ryan and I need to do as far as thumbnails, fonts, the quality of our thumbnails. We're not 100% happy with how those are. You know, honestly, I'm finding the thumbnails the hardest part of YouTube. I'm still uploading and I'm still just, you know, I'm just, what's the saying? Done is better than perfect. I'm getting my videos up. But yeah, so just some housekeeping there. And then this month, focusing on my series, like planning that out. And then hopefully by end of March, I can have them filmed. And then for my wellness focus is stamina this month. So 2 strength workouts a week, mobility focused exercises 3 to 5 times a week, and then sleep. So my evening routine is what's going to help me get prepared for getting to bed at a decent hour. And I want to do habit trackers for these to help me stay motivated. Okay, so I'm going to write all of that down. Okay, here we go. Written down. Okay, so now, actually, you know what? I should keep this out because I need to set up my action plan. February. I really like using these bow stickers on last month. I don't know if you could tell because they're kind of faint, like they're very subtle, but I liked having the bow stickers there. I also use them on my 2025 action plan. Hang on. There we go. Up here. I just think that looks so pretty. Pretty and girly. So as far as my focus, so I have in here, if you notice, I have Q1, 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 and then same thing for quarter 2, 3, and 4, so that you can write your focus in so that it's always front and center. And the more you write it down, it's committing it to memory, right? They say that there's something about when you write something down, it becomes real and you internalize it more. So you can write down the exact same thing, but if your quarter 1 focus shifts or whatever quarter you're in, like just write in what your focus is for that quarter. Let's say, you know, you set something where you did do it in that month and now your focus is shifting. Like just absolutely write in what speaks to you and what you feel like you need to focus on that month to get you closer to your goals. So are my habits and routines second nature yet? I'm getting there. I'm actually, because my husband's a night hawk, right? So he'll be like, oh, you want to, you know, whatever, you know, you want to watch something and it's like 10:30. I'm like, no, I got to be in bed at 11. He thinks it's cute and he's so supportive. So if like there's been some nights where I'm still on the couch at 11:15 and he'll be like, it's past your bedtime. And he'll remind me to, you know, to get on with it. So I love that. So yeah, so habits and routines become second nature so I can feel good and have energy and motivation. I want to start quarter 1 strong to build momentum for the rest of the year. So I don't think that has changed. I feel like I am starting, like quarter 1 is starting to build momentum. So that still needs to be a focus because I have had it happen in the past where everything happens in the first quarter and then I burn out, and then business is slow for like 3 to 5 months, because I've, don't have the stamina to keep pushing and keep producing. So keeping that top of mind. So I just changed the wording a little bit. I wrote, continue making my habits and routines a priority so I can become who I need to be to make my dreams happen. Be disciplined with my schedule to build momentum that is sustainable all year. So now I'm going to write my goals in. And I'm going to use these beautiful bow stickers. I do not remember where these are from. They were in like a sampler from the planner conference from 2019 that I went to. And then my sister didn't like them because they're not really her thing. So she gave me hers. And I was more than happy to take them because I'm very girly and I love all things pink and gold and pretty. And so I ended up with a lot. And so instead of having like little cards lying around, I took them all out and put them in here. So this is mainly like small sticker cards and sticker sheets that I just wanted to have in one place. Let's see, make sure that I try to do it as even as I can. All right, I put my goal planning insert back because I have everything written down. And by the way, I should mention that all of these inserts are from our shop, buysellplan.ca. I will link it below if you are interested. Sometimes I forget, like whether it's here on YouTube or on Instagram, to share that, and then I'll get people asking where they're from. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I should be telling people where they're from. So yeah, that's where they're from. All of my inserts are made by myself. They're designed by myself. And between myself and my husband is the editing and perfecting them. All right. Okay. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to break down my goals week by week. Okay, so week one is really full because it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the month. So I have 2 open houses this weekend, 1st and 2nd of February for our listing. We just put on the market yesterday. So luckily I have my own open house to do this this month. So I have my 2 open houses right there. And then my goal is through the week when I do my calls to do them from 11 until 12:30. I find that that's a really good time where people answer their phone because they've already been, you know, a couple of hours into their day. Maybe they're, you know, on their lunch break or lunch is coming up. They're in a better mood, all those things. And then 3 CMAs, I want to focus on people that I have set up on an auto search or a portal, send them a CMA. And then film Plan With Me on Wednesday. Brain dump, start brain dumping for my series videos that I want to do on YouTube. Canva time with Ryan so that we can work on our housekeeping. Minimum 10 minutes of strength. So the Apple Fitness has some really good 10-minute strength workouts. And they're really intense. Like it's you're lifting heavy weights and working like the big major muscles because it's only 10 minutes. And let me tell you, you're fatigued and sweating at the end of those 10 minutes. So minimum 10 minutes. On days that I have more time, it'll do a 20 or 30-minute strength workout, but no less than like, I put that there because on a busy day, I remind myself, you know what, you can do a 10-minute strength workout. Whereas before it'd be like, oh, I don't have time to do a full half hour, you know, plus cardio, plus stretching. And then I would talk myself out of it. So now I'm like, 10 minutes is better than no minutes. So obviously if I have more time, I'll do more than 10 minutes. I want to be reading by 11 p.m. January market recap next week. And then week 2, week 3, and week 4, I have the same as far as calls from 11 to 12:30, 3 CMAs. And then I have like week 2, I have in my CRM, I have it organized as far as who's on, like who's in the hot list. And these are people that are going to be selling this year. And I have my watch list, which is people who are maybe not this year, but they're one to watch because they're getting closer. And then on week 4, I need to make a list of who I want to do CMAs for. And then my Wednesday Plan With Me's, that's every week. And then MM is Market Minute. I want to get back to doing my weekly Market Minutes. It helps me stay in the know and keep my finger on the pulse of what's happening in the market. So that's a big reason why I want to get back to doing those. And also it's good to just be that face, right? For when people think of what's the market doing, I want them to be thinking, Marsha knows. I used to be so consistent and so well known. Like I'd go to the chiropractor and then my chiropractor would be like, are you going to film your market minute here? It was so, you know, it used to be so cute when people would see me in public and talk to me about it. But anyways, I want to get back to that. So then as I do my weekly planning, depending on what's going on, I'll add on. All right. Okay. So that is done. Next month's goals, schedule my month. And I have been into my transparent page flags or sticky notes to put things in here because if they happen to change before the month gets here, which can happen, then I haven't committed it to paper. So I do have them throughout, which, yeah, I'm really, really liking that. So let's remove these. And I'm going to use black ink this month. I haven't really been decorating. I know last year I tried to use my sterling ink stickers every month to decorate, but then I had a couple months where I didn't get my subscription kit. So for example, December, I didn't get it in time to decorate. I got my December subscription kit a week ago, like halfway through January. Now Canada Post was on strike, that makes sense, but there's some months, you know, that I just didn't get them. And February 1st is tomorrow and I still don't have my February subscription kit. So I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just gonna sort of do what I feel like. So this month here was very simple, just a couple strips of pretty washi and that was it. So yeah. But if I do that, I'll be doing it like off camera. So let's get things scheduled in. I don't have a whole lot as far as appointments yet. You know what? I might use these pretty stickers. Let's see what I come up with. All right, I've got all my appointments in here, open house, when I want to do my market minutes, January market update. I think we'll have their stats 3rd or 4th, so hopefully we'll do it that day. If not, it can be another day. And then I've got a couple masterminds. One's through Zoom, one's in person. I'm not sure about this one because it's also the same day that we have a date with clients that we've done a couple transactions with, but who have become friends. So we've got a date with them, and then I've got a staging consultation here. We are looking at doing offers this day for our Byron listing, but it's just a funny market now. I don't want to write it down because it might not happen that day. We might get an offer beforehand. It might take longer. So you know what? I am going to write it down because we do need to make ourselves available that day just in case. Okay, that's it. Now I believe schedule my month and complete my master task list. So let's do that. I didn't have much for January, so there's not really much to transfer over. I think that's good for now. I know that I'll probably be adding on to that. So I have a lot of inserts that I want to make. So a lot of this is that. And then of course, personal things. Is there something else? No. Okay, that's good. And then update my KPI trackers. I did that already. Let me quickly write in my numbers here. Two, 0. Okay, so I've got those written in. And then I need to cover up. Well, I guess I kind of did cover that up with that sticky note. But so here's my social media tracker. So I have my starting numbers along the top for each of my social media platforms. So for my Facebook business page, which we really only use to post listings, I lost 2. My Instagram for real estate, I gained 3. And then for buy sell plan, I gained 60 for Instagram. And then for YouTube, for my real estate, I gained 1. Again, I just post, I post like new listing videos there. And then I also post like my market minutes when I do them, like as a short. But other than that, I don't do anything with that channel. And then for Buy Sell Plan, I grew by 82. Thank you to those 82 new subscribers. Welcome. I hope you like it here. Say hello if you are new. I would love that. All right, so that is done. Now the only thing I have left is to set up my my habit trackers. By the way, this is new in the shop. We just put this up 2 days ago, TV and movie tracker for 2025. So if you like to track what you watch and what network they're on, like I do, and rate them, then yeah, that's up there for you if you're interested. Okay, so this one, I was gonna do this for January, and you can see that didn't happen. So what I'm thinking is I don't want this to go to waste. So I think I'm gonna need 3 habit trackers this month for what my goals are. And yeah, right here. I want to do a tracker for my health and wellness goals for sure. And let's cover this up. And I'll try as much as I can to cover this up, even though I did highlight the J for January. Okay, so number 1 is 2 strength workouts per week. Okay, and then number 2, mobility. And then the next one is evening routine. I'm gonna say out of my evening routine, it's reading at 11. I think that's easy, like most manageable. Is there anything work related that I want to try? I don't think so. So then I'm going to highlight, it is February, so we should do like a pink, right? I don't have a red highlighter, so it'll have to be pink. And maybe I'll do a heart. Hey, that's cute. Yeah, I think that's good. And then I have to decide what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna use a highlighter or if I think I'm gonna try and find a fun sticker to put down each time I do one of these habits. I think that would be fun. And I do have on my planning task card for my daily planning to update habit trackers. So that will remind me, and I added that recently to remind me to do this because I have a habit of setting up a habit tracker and then I completely forget. So I think that's it for my recap for January and setting my goals for February. I just need to put in my February inserts. I guess this video's been long enough. I'll just do that myself. I don't need to film that. So I will have my February inserts in here, and then I will be archiving at the end of the day, taking out all of my inserts for January and archiving those. And then, yeah, I'll have February ready to go. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Again, if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for all of my new subscribers, and to those returning, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming back to all of my functional planning videos. I just love my community and love chatting with you guys. Please let me know if you have any questions. Comment down below as well, and let me know some ideas that you have for like a series of videos that you would like me to put together and share with you guys. I would love some input from you. All right, so thanks again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.